My name is Rick Telford. I'm the Vice President of IBM Cloud Services. Joining me today are two experts, and we'll be discussing some of the ways that you can move from traditional IT to the cloud to enable new business models. Eric, so what kind of things do clients need to think about when they're moving to the cloud?
Well, first and foremost, they got to have a roadmap on how to move to the cloud. Traditionally, you have to think about this in three different buckets. There is work that lends itself from a technology point of view, from a compliance point of view, to take advantage of the cloud immediately. There's a second category of work that might benefit later from cloud. You have already optimized it. It's highly mission critical. It has to be compliant. But then there's a third category of work that you never approached because you thought you couldn't either do it economically, you couldn't do it technically, and those are maybe the most interesting new opportunities to explore. But the time is now for developing the strategy, and the time is now for getting started.
Is there some interesting patterns arising around cloud adoption by industry?
Talking about data analytics on the genomic side, we have worked with several people in the pharmaceutical, and we have been able to do analysis on human genome that before used to take several weeks, and now we're doing it in less than an hour because we have been able to get a platform for this type of genomics application. And this is a very fascinating platform because we have intensive I/O because it's an enormous amount of data, as well as horizontally, we do the scaling calculations and the comparison to be able to do the analysis of the genome. And within an hour, we're creating the price point to really enable the medicine of the future.
Tell us a little bit about what's coming down the road from IBM in the area of cloud.
Well, what you will see over the next months is some very important elements, like a smart business cloud that is tailored to the enterprise. Why is that so fundamental? Most of the cloud services that are being offered today are not at the service level agreement status to run real enterprise level production work. So we have tailored a cloud to have the capability to support different levels of service that the customer can actually choose. So it's not just a virtual machine interface, but it gives you the service above that you need in backup and recovery, in auditability, in management, in monitoring, which is the traditional way that an enterprise looks at serving their applications.
We're also working very closely with communities like the KVM for open standards. And all of this is very important for us because as we are working towards making a very strong enterprise platform, which are our premium services for cloud. And this is an unparalleled service of scalability, reliability, isolation, and security, specifically for the enterprise.
So Maria, security, on the minds of all our customers. What's IBM doing about that?
Well, Rick, security is part of the IBM DNA. We do everything to make sure that we protect our customers, and we have a suite of tools that enable our customers to monitor any type of DNS attack, make sure that their VMs are completely isolation. That means that the level of virtualization, isolation, protection, tooling that we do in the cloud and the level of service that we have for security is unparalleled in the industry.
So Eric, we're in an exciting time right now in cloud computing. Let's roll forward a little bit, 3 years down the road. What do you see the future of cloud computing being?
I think customers are excited about two aspects. For the first time, they see an industrialized IT. IT has been a craft for a long time. Now it's getting industrialized, standardized, automated. The other path is they are going to see different cost levels, higher levels of connectivity. They're going to see applications that they couldn't do neither economically nor technically before. We'll start transforming technology, and it will transform the businesses of these customers.
Also, I see a new transformation in new applications that were not possible before. I see in the future the CIOs focusing more on the business transformation and creating business of collaborations with other partners in the cloud that was not possible before because the applications were not in the cloud. That means that I see in the future a new suite of new businesses and new services that were not possible before.
Well, thank you all very much. This has been great. Maria, Eric, I think they've given us a glimpse into the future of cloud computing. So thank you all very much and hope to see you again.